Hello students, I hope you are doing well in your studies. So today we will start chapter number 10 of your second book of political science, that is political theory, and chapter is development. So first of all we need to understand what is development. And the notion of development is differ from person to person. Everybody have their own understanding of developments. For example, for a labor class, the meaning of development is increase in the wages. Meaning of development for a serviceman is the increase in the salary. Development of Meaning of development for a businessman means the less of restrictions on opening any new business or less of government interference. So these are the different notions for different persons regarding the concept of development. So let us take an example. Suppose your school is going to publish a class magazine, and we will take two examples from two different classes. So there is a class A, class B. In class A, suppose the teacher has introduced the topic and assigned the duties and responsibility to the students, and they have to work. Suppose a group of students, they are assigned with the poems, and another group of students, they are assigned with the article on sports, and another group of students, they are given the responsibility for making an article on social issues. So these decisions were taken by the teacher, but students are not feeling comfortable, but they are abide by the decision of the teacher. So finally they come up with a class magazine. There is another example of class B, where the teacher introduced the topic and assigned the responsibility and duties for various events and articles. But now the students, like the previous class, they raised their question and concern ki no ma'am, we are not comfortable, what are the responsibility you have assigned us. So then the teacher conducted a meeting ki okay, finally we will come together and decide which article will be taken by which group and which activity will be taken by which group of the student. Finally they come up with the solution, and they made their school magazine. And now you can see the class B school magazine or class magazine, that the articles or the reports or activities which are mentioned in that class B magazine, they were outstanding. No doubt class A student also worked hard, but you can see the difference when you are involved in decision taking, you give your 100%. So same case with the development. What is the biggest challenge in the development? When people are not involved in the process of development, so they can protest, they can raise questions on those development progress. So dear student, the conclusion of this incident is that we should involve the public and people in the decision taking, so that they will support government's projects and activities. So after independence, India has to face many challenges. Not only India, many new countries which were independent from the colonial rule have to face many challenges, like challenge of illiteracy, challenge of malnourishment, challenge of economic development, challenge of poverty. So these are challenges which should be resolved by the Indian governments and Indian, because during that British government, their aim was only to earn the profit from the resources of India. But now it is the responsibility of Indian government to develop the resources in that way that the people of India will get benefited of those resources. So after independence, the government made a 5-year plan. This 5-year plan is the planning for 5 years by the government, because India has a shortage of food also. There was a food crisis. We were not in self-sufficient in food production. So during this 5 years plans, various projects and initiatives were taken by the government for the development of the country. So you must have remember various dam project or multi-purpose project were initiated, like Bhakra Dam project, and this steel plants. Many industries were established. so that people of the country, there will be employment, and uh, agriculture also grow, so that the food sufficient dependency on other countries will be reduced. So now we will see what are the challenges faced by the government during these projects or these initiatives. It was not easy for the Indian government to introduce or to initiate any project. Uh, there are some consequences also. So we will see there is a social cost and environmental cost which are related with the development. So what was social cost? We will see when any multi-purpose dam project was initiated, like Bhagda Nangal Dam or Sardar Sarovar Dam project, the people of surrounding of that area, they should be displaced. So what do you mean by displacement? Displacement when the people have to shift by the force of any outer agency. Like the migration is the when people are willing themselves to shift from one place to another place, that is migration. But displacement is forceful shifting of the people from their houses or from their land. So when these projects were initiated, the people of those surrounding area, they protested, they agitated, they have their own concern, what will happen to us if we have to leave our houses or we have to leave our land. So that's why they were not willing that these projects should be initiated. So here we can see the development for one area or one section of the people, and that can be destruction for another section or another people of the society. So here though we can see, after becoming of or establishing of these projects, the areas which are under irrigation or which are dependent on monsoon, or they are not having any artificial irrigation technique, so they can have water, so that their crops production will be increased. But on the another side, the people of surrounding area which had to be displaced, they were in a great difficulty. They were their future is uncertain. So that's why they were not willing, they were not agree with the government projects. Even they protested, and they did agitations against the government action. Another cost which is related with the development, that is environmental cost. Environmental cost means whenever these projects are to be established, there is some harm to the environment. Suppose any mining or excavation work is done for taking out the raw material from the earth, so that mining and excavations, they destroy our environment, and that environment creates polluted environment creates many health hazards to the people of the society. So now you must be familiar with the global warming. So global warming is also very current issue related to the development. Day by day we are using many instrument, or our lifestyle is getting so luxurious. We are using vehicles which are emitting harmful gases, and we are using ACs and refrigerators at our home. They are also emitting some gases which increase the temperature of the environment. Ultimately it leads to the global warming. And you must have heard about the depletion of ozone layer, as well as the ice in the Antarctica region, that is melting day by day, and which will result in the increase of sea level, and the area will be the main area of the earth will be flooded due to that rise of the uh, Antarctic region. So these are the various concerns or issues or challenges which are faced by the authority during the development procedure. These are the social costs, and these are the environmental costs. So this is all about today's session. In the next session we will come with the next topic. Till then, bye bye.